Hello everybody, so I am back here and it was full moon recently, which was on the 31st of May, and we all know that how amazing it was or it was not. I don't know. It really depends on where you are and how you experienced it. Especially for twin flames, the moons are obviously intense and more than happiness, end up triggering the wounds and bringing up all those unwanted stuff that we don't even want to deal with. But do you know that this is hugely important, as well as it is the most important time, especially for twin flame. It acts like a medium, and it connects you with the true self that you are, and that is the soul. So when I talk about the soul, I say it is not a mere physicalness in nature. Rather, it is who we actually are, or the real consciousness that we belong to. The soul isn't something that you can see, but it is all that we are. The body is the physical manifestation of the soul, the consciousness, which is keeping us going. Now it has been proven by the science itself. When a person dies, there is something that leaves the body. And now coming to what I call a spiritual pregnancy, or you can say the labor of this spiritual pregnancy, when the delivery becomes most important. So this spiritual pregnancy is when you are receiving the channeling, you're receiving the download from the ultimate creator or the divine beings that you're connected with. In my case, it is Mahadev and Ma Kali. So Har Har Mahadev and Jai Ma Kali. Now what happens is I never plan to create videos, I never write a script, I never decide what I want to say and what I don't want to say. I let it flow. And so it is most of the times a surprise that I get when the download happens. Meditation is a daily practice, but these downloads are rare when they want to communicate with you through me. So I am a channel here, and you, my dear, are the one receiving it, because the divine wants you to know this, and that is why it becomes even more important. So prioritize this video and give it 100%. Give it your time, give it your attention, and believe that it is just not what I am saying, but this is the message that the divine wants you to know today. So my dear divine feminines, and why do I say divine feminine? Because the spiritual work, because this 5D kind of consciousness is often what a divine feminine goes through. It is actually a divine feminine's role in the twin flame journey to go through these several awakenings and transform into the 5D consciousness that our essence is. We are not only confined to 5D, but we can access a lot of other dimensions too. The point is how much work we are willing to do, how much connection you embrace with the divine rather than embracing the connection with your divine masculine. Your role is to connect with the divine and pull this beautiful energy down to earth to do what? First, to heal yourself, my dear. Number two, to heal your family patterns, generational patterns, ancestral traumas, and a lot of other things that you have gone through since you have been born here. When I say been born here, I am not only referring to this very lifetime, I am also referring to the several lifetimes that you have been coming here from. So one yuga, or you can say one age, or one yuga is equal to 75,000 years, and that's a lot. We all have been suspended in the astral, and then we take some time, we go back, we discuss with other soul members, we decide what the next birth is going to be about, what all karmic baggages we are going to complete, whenever we are taking birth. So from 75,000 years we have been non-stop taking births, and it doesn't mean like back to back, but your soul decides, your spirit guides decide. And a lot of times, especially in case of twin flame, the creator itself, I cannot refer to creator as him or her, because I believe it is in the form of Ardhanarishwar, or you can say yin and yang compiled together, which is again in the energetic form, and we can call them Paramparam, like ultimate divine creator, ultimate highest creation of the consciousness, or whatever you would like to call. Now is the time of the harvest. If you guys haven't gone through the Law of One by Ra, it's a must. It is must. Why? Because once you understand what the unity stands for, and how these beautiful beings from Sun, Ra, talk about the unity consciousness. And it is not just that they don't have separate names or identities. They refer to all of them, the entire planet system, as one name, which is Ra. This is what we got to learn, especially the divine feminines, because it is, I'm again repeating, it is your and only your work to transform, awaken, and become the soul energy that you already are. So it is returning to your own self. Number one, it is returning to your own original self. Another reason of awakening yourself to 5D consciousness is to heal your planet, heal the planet that we are in. So by healing, I mean every time you heal even a little bit of yourself, and you and you ascend from 3D to 5D, you are sending a lot of healing to the collective consciousness as well as the planet Earth. There you may see around and say that we are all doomed and things are ending, but always remember, especially we divine feminists know it like no other, that whenever there is an ending, there is a beginning too. Like we all know, dark night of the soul that we have gone through, the ego death. In the same way, our planet Earth, Mother Earth, is also going through the same, and it is moving. And I would also say and confirm that it has moved to the 5D consciousness. In Sanatan Dharma, we call it Satyuga. You can Google it. What is the Satyuga? It is the age of truth, the truth. So that is why everything feels shaken at the moment, but it will only eventually lead all of us to what? 5D consciousness, the Satyuga, the unity. And this could only happen because you, me, and so many like us, especially the wanderers. Who are the wanderers? The twin flame, the light workers, all the people who are into sadhana or any kind of meditation or any kind of a practice where they are awakening themselves and also helping others as well as the planet awaken. Now these people are also called the wanderers because we originally do not belong to this planet. We have volunteered to come here and play an important role in this huge awakening and yuga transformation, and this huge transformation of Mother Earth. This is what a twin flame's role on the planet is. This is what a divine feminine's role is on this planet. Yet a little bit of the credit goes to your divine masculine because it was due to the catalyst, so-called the divine masculine, what he did to trigger this transformation within us, like to shake our world upside down and give us like, enough, now is the time when you've got to do it. So this is called accidental or sudden. This is called accidental and sudden spiritual awakening. A lot of divine feminines also go through Kundalini awakening. In my case, I have gone through this because in my case I have gone through several dark night of the soul before meeting my DM. So It was not only the dark night of the soul that I've gone through, there were several others since childhood. So in my case, when I got the trigger and dark night of the soul after DM triggered me and left me and abandoned me, then actually my kundalini started to rise. And look, the results are amazing, because this is what we are actually born to do. There's a lot of misconception about the twin flame journey and especially the union. I know there are tons and tons of channels which are talking about the union non-stop, and they tell you about everything except one important thing is actually the key to the union. And till the time you are wanting, desiring the union will not happen. I have so much love and compassion for all the people who are creating content on twin flames and speaking their heart out, but at the same time the important information has to go to the real twin flames, like the real DF. What happens is they tell you about inner work, they tell you about ego death in the DM, and they tell you about how the signs and synchronicities you will see on your path. But there are so many important things which are missed here. Number one, the separation phases. So there are 4 phases. Number one is, phase 1 is when you go through the dark night of the soul or the ego death by your divine masculine. A lot of times, like I mentioned in my case also, a lot of times the DF has already gone through a lot of awakenings in her lifetime. But I'm talking about the separation phase 1 is when you go through this ego death and dark night of the soul by the DM. When the bubble phase ends, then there is a phase which is obsessive attachment or obsessive addiction to your divine masculine. And what do then? You look at the content, you non-stop hog on the content available online. You consume so much content on twin flames that you are absolutely in the crazy energy, and not just that, you are making them run. If they were still talking to you while you were in the phase 1, the second phase makes sure that they run faster than anything. And the design of the journey is such because you are meant to awaken and transform alone. Nobody can help you in this. This is yours and only your journey. Once they run, and all the content that you have consumed will make the energy, the dynamics between you both very disturbed, and they will run so fast that they will be nowhere to be found. You will not be able to find them anywhere. Phase 3 is when you understand, like law of one, which I was talking about, the unity consciousness. This is not the only way to understand. You can go through this awakening in your heart chakra, which can happen through any means, any way. The important thing is that you feel one with everything around you. And when that happens, then the final phase, which is one with your own DM. While we look at the content on YouTube or anywhere else, we often mentally try to jump to the phases and the stages of the separation just to soothe our own ego, so that we can tell our brain, our monkey minds, that we are ahead of others. We are ahead in our journey. I am not in the phase 1. I am not chasing. A lot of times divine feminine will feel this, that they are not chasing. But you are not just chasing physically, you are chasing mentally, you are chasing emotionally, you are chasing spiritually too. And when you watch the content, this is all chasing. When you watch tarot, this is all chasing. When you put them on pedestal and you think that they are the best thing that ever happened to you, all chasing. When you make them your guru or the godfather, all chasing. When you miss them or listen to songs, watch movies, and then in turn miss them more, cry, all chasing. When you blame them that it all happened because of them, chasing. When you say that I wish they could understand it, and when you hate them for being irresponsible, chasing. When you love them, chasing. So what happens is the actual essence of the journey, especially when I talk about the union, is recognizing first and then embodying that you are one, not just to say but to be. And be is a very good word, because being in the present, being in now, being in the soul energy is going to take you to your DM. Therefore union. So what really union is? Embodying the now, being in the present now, being in the present, connecting with your soul, and always maintaining this connection, always balancing this connection no matter what. This is the hardest part. You thought dark night of the soul was the hardest. Come to the phase 4 and then you'll understand that before you bring them back in, there is a lot of work that you need to do, which is balancing and being in the now energy. Then when this phase takes you to the union, how do you balance the union? The most important thing that nobody is even talking about, because they are going to charge you a lot of money to tell you this, which I am telling you. In fact, through me, the divine is delivering this message. The divine is letting you know. If you are on this channel today, take it as a big sign, because a lot of people, a lot of DF will not be able to understand this, and they will not resonate with it, and they will not be ready to do this much of work. If you are here and you are watching this video today, you are ready for the union, my dear, and God wants you to know that this is how you get to union. This is where the actual work starts. And you have to make sure that you never look at them, the DM, as separate as the other one. You can call them your own name. Like for example, I'm Nishtha, so I can call them Nishtha too. I can call them me too. I can call them my soul. You know, you have to destroy the labels. You have to destroy the gender. You have to destroy whatever you have been consuming in terms of twin flame content so far. And there is a very big community, I don't even want to take the name, is a part of a community which is on the negative side, service to others. If you don't know service to others, then refer to Law of One, which is mandatory. If you are Hindi speaking, then go to Ginny Anija's channel, and they have translated the book very well. They have explained it very well, because otherwise the way Ra is delivering the message is difficult to understand. So if you speak Hindi, you definitely go to Ginny Anija's channel. So you have to remove all the labels from your divine masculine. You have to understand that you are not just feminine, you are masculine and feminine both, operating from 90% feminine energy. Do not forget that. Yes, you have the embodiment of both the energy, but you operate from the feminine energy. If you try to operate from masculine energy and try to fix things and act upon everything that that you feel like, especially in terms of, especially related to your DM, and you start contacting them, you start making things easier for them, you start being concerned about whether they are happy, calm, protected or not. You are playing a role of a masculine, which is ideally their role, and this nobody else can do better than they. Rest when it comes to your own soul purpose, when it comes to your own family or your own life as a divine feminine, you have to take on the masculine role, and it is one of the most important thing. Wherever I have, and I'm telling you from my experience as well, Yes, this is a channel message, but I am sharing my experience so you can relate. Wherever I felt that this is not possible for me as a woman to do, that I had to do. It suddenly became a part of my soul contract, and I had to complete that task so that I could believe that I can do any damn thing possible on the planet. So you have to embody the masculine characteristics a lot of times, and you will have to act as masculine in your own life, because remember, you are your own masculine. But when it comes to DM, don't act like masculine. Then you embody the feminine energy only. Just be. Being is what a divine feminine's role is all about. Also to spread the beautiful energy you have, the healing powers you have. And that is not all. Do you know what all accesses you will be given? Like, you can access magical information, you can become the best psychic. In fact, you are intuitive, you are the best psychic, you have spiritual gifts, and you can transform anybody. So not just sit there and wait for the DM. Be your own DM, and remember to be in the feminine energy. This is also there's another very important thing. A lot of us unfortunately are waiting for the divine timing. A lot of DFs are waiting for the divine timing. Unfortunately, there is no such thing. There is nothing called divine timing. When I say you are divine feminine yourself, then what is the divine timing? You are divine enough to bring your own divine timing, provided you are ready to do the work. You are ready to align, you are ready to be in the present moment. And you think this is an easy task, try doing it. This is such a difficult state, because we have always been taught to be in mind and ego. So it becomes very, very difficult managing your thoughts, managing your intention, managing your attention at all times. Where is it going? You have to be in the zero state, and you have to always be in the present moment, which means you cannot think what your divine masculine is thinking, what he wants from you, what is he feeling, what is his current energy like. Go deep within you, and you will have all the answers. Divine timing for union is when you understand that you have to be in the soul energy. If you find value in what I say, do subscribe to the channel, follow it, and this is the channel which will take you to the union, my dear. Also, I have amazing program. You can book your free consultation. The number is going to be below. We can have a chat, and I'll let you know whether you need the level 1 or level 2 depending on where you are in your journey. And then it is guaranteed that you are going to achieve your union, and you can balance it too, and you can always stay in union with your divine masculine. So divine timing is in your hands. Okay, so so much love and so much love and light to all of you. Thank you.